And here is the Writer's Almanac for Monday, the 23rd of December, 2019. It's the birthday of Norman Maclean, Clarinda, Iowa, 1902, scholar, teacher, and fisherman, and author of the autobiographical novella A River Runs Through It. He grew up in Missoula, Montana, at the junction of two great trout streams, the son of a Presbyterian minister. He didn't publish the book until he was in his 70s, and it very quickly became a classic. It's the birthday of Robert Bly, born in Lackaparle County, Minnesota, 1926, known for the collections Silence in the Snowy Fields and Iron John, a book about men. Robert Bly, who once said about growing older, "I was very surprised to find out as my poems pick up more and more of the past of human beings, the ancient culture, more and more of the grief and the suffering of human beings. The poems become funnier. I don't understand that, but I love it. I feel that there's some way that as the mind gets more mature, in the midst of a lot of grief, it's able to dance a little." It's the birthday of the great champion of poetry, Harriet Monroe, founder of Poetry Magazine, born Chicago, 1860, who said, "The people must grant a hearing to the best poets they have, else they will never have better." This is the night in Oaxaca, Mexico, when people celebrate the Noche de Rabanos, the Night of the Radishes, the public square, huge exhibition of figures carved from radishes, not our little round ones, but huge radishes, up to 2 feet long. Artists carved them into religious tableaus and village scenes and mythical tales, and the Virgin Mary and the infant Jesus carved out of radishes. And it was on this day in 1823 the poem A Visit from St. Nicholas was published in the Troy Sentinel in New York City. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. It was unsigned. It was thought for many years to have been written by the seminary professor Clement Clark Moore, but in recent years some have argued that the true author was Major Henry Livingston, Jr. Here's a poem for today by Dorothy Parker, The Little Old Lady in Lavender Silk. I was 77 come August. I shall shortly be losing my bloom. I've experienced zephyr and raw gust and symbolical flood and simoom. When you come to this time of abatement, to this passing from summer to fall, it is manners to issue a statement as to what you got out of it all. So I'll say, though reflection unnerves me, and pronouncements I dodge as I can, that I think, if my memory serves me, there was nothing more fun than a man. In my youth, when the crescent was too wan to embarrass with beams from above, by the aid of some local Don Juan, I fell in the habit of love, and I learned how to kiss and be merry, and education left better unsung. My neglect of the water's Pierian was a scandal when Grandma was young. Though the shabby unbalanced the splendid, and the bitter outmeasured the sweet, I should certainly do as I then did were I given the chance to repeat. For contrition is hollow and wraithful, and regret is no part of my plan. And I think if my memory's faithful, there was nothing more fun than a man. A poem by Dorothy Parker, The Little Old Lady in Lavender Silk, from the Poetry and Short Stories of Dorothy Parker, published by the Modern Library and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.